guess both of these things we're talking about are breakup movies.
Yes.
To a degree. I think you said at TIFF that you found it hard to even sing that song 10 years before. So I'm imagining you couldn't have directed it way back when.
No way. And you know, back then I was just starting the process of writing music videos and starting to, you know, kind of use songs as a prompt, as like a creative writing prompt, and then carry out the visual and make a video. But I was not in a place where I ever, first of all, emotionally, I was going through exactly what the short film depicts. And I think that time is such an incredible asset to us when we have these stories that are hard to tell in the moment, because it's good if a story is hard to tell. That means it's incredibly emotionally potent.
Yeah.
But it's impossible to tell it with perspective and truth if you're in it sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes that amount of intensity can be actually stifling.
Yeah.
And I think that having just the privilege of being able to tell this story, the fact that it was something that the fans wanted. This song was very grassroots. It was never made into a single. It was always just a song on the album that I loved. And over the years, the fans made it very clear that it was their favorite song of any song I've ever done.
That's so funny that you didn't feel that way, or it was kind of lingering in the back of your head that it was a brilliant song.
I thought that it was. I loved it because I thought that it was like the most truthful account of heartbreak and loss and grief. In the moment, you know, I was on a record label that, you know, any record label would have told you back then, if it's a song that's over 3 minutes, then it's not going to work at radio, and you have these songs that are so much catchier or whatever it was. Things unraveled in such a great, weird way to make this song exist the way that it does now. And so I thought, it's been such a buildup. I really have to tell this story in a way that gets to the heart of it. And so it was so exciting to kind of go through it and to be able to be, you know, in my 30s looking back, because I think there's a moment when you're 19 or 20 where your heart is so susceptible to just getting broken, getting shattered, and your sense of self goes out the window so quickly, and it's such a formative age.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell that story too, about sort of girlhood calcifying into this bruised adulthood.
Were you always going to play the grown-up writer at the end of the
Yeah, I
short
think
film?
so. I think that was always my idea for it, because you know, enough time has gone by to where you can show someone in a different phase of their life and see how they've been positively and negatively affected by this event.
Hi, I'm Kerry Ruff, a connection strategist. I specialize in taking what you're passionate about, whether it be a product, service, or a unique skill, and connecting it with the world to transform the quality of your life. Unlock the heartbeat of humanity. How Taylor Swift captured the world's pulse. Today, we're going to unlock the secrets behind the global sensation Taylor Swift. How does her music fuel your emotions and connects around the world? We're about to explore the magic of her melodies, from her heart-thumping beats to her tear-jerking ballads. So just sit back and watch and decode the Swift effect on the world. It's time to super change your life. We're cracking the code to unlock your full potential with a 3-step master pattern that I have dubbed Energy Connections. We're moving way beyond the surface and tap into what truly fuels our human needs. That's our beliefs, our emotions, and our intentions. Next, physical communication. It's about small action steps with a massive impact. It can change things. It can transform things. I'm talking about the moves that shake the ground under our feet. And finally, resilience and growth. You'll get tools and tips, not just about bouncing back, but bouncing forward when life spins out of control. Plus, discover why the best victories are won when you're on a team and working together. Let's watch and listen what she says about energy connection.
Has being an actress in movies changed how you direct?
Every aspect of my job as a singer, I've occasionally been in a film for very short periods of time, has affected the way that I would, that I am as a director. I think I really want someone to feel comfortable. If they want to be able to look at the monitor or they want to be able to know how it's set up and how it looks, then they should be able to. If they don't want to see it, they shouldn't have to. I think it's helpful when people know what story it is they're telling. I've been a part of things where you didn't know the script and no one knew what the story was and you just know your little part of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I think it's important to let someone in on this is why you're doing this and this is how it fits into a bigger story and this is, yes, this is your puzzle piece, but this is what the puzzle looks like.
Yeah.
I imagine you're
That's a
very
given.
honest and frank about that, but it's not always the case. I like to be secretive about projects I'm making, whether it's a music video or the short, we were so top secret about it, but the people who, you have to trust the people that you're making something with to let them know this is exactly why this matters.
Yeah, and they're part of the whole team.
Yeah, I don't think I would have that experience if I hadn't been on everything from, you learn that from like commercial shoots or a film or a music video that I early on wasn't directing or hadn't written or whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just you have to cast people you trust and then trust them.
Let's watch and listen what she says about resilience and growth.
Have you latched onto people who you'll definitely bring from job to job and to
Absolutely.
features in the future, which is my next question.
Ooh. I definitely have people I've worked with who I thought were sort of imperative and integral to the process of making what I made. And yeah, I would absolutely work with people again. I also want to branch out, and I'm such a fan of so many people who are out there being a part of crews on films that I love. So it's sort of half and half. There's a part of me that really it has so many people that are so talented that I want to work with, but I also have people sort of in my back pocket that I've thought, working with them was a dream, and I wouldn't want to change that up at all.
So would that be like a list of DPs or actors or
DPs,
all
it'd
of
be
the above?
production designers, it'd be, first ADs, it'd be camera operators, it's costume design, wardrobe, hair, makeup. It's kind of, I've got a little list of people who, because I love film, I love watching movies, and I love when you see a film that takes you to a different world. I now ask myself, okay, who was in charge of that part? Who was in charge of that part? Who made me feel this way?
Yeah. So which films in your youth or 20s were those that you kind of made you want to be a director?
Oh, wow. I think there are so many that I love over my life, but with the short film that I made in terms of heartbreak, this is really recent, but The Souvenir Part 1 and 2, I absolutely loved.
Yeah, they were beautiful.
They're beautiful, gorgeous, and they were about somebody, making art through heartbreak, and so I absolutely loved that. I loved Marriage Story, and I love a lot of films in the 70s that really, like, I don't know, Kramer versus Kramer, for example, just kind of the dissolution of the belief system that is a relationship is very fascinating to me.
Do you think all of your work is going to be relationship based, or are you going to? Could you see yourself doing like a sci-fi or a western or an Irish something?
I couldn't see myself doing sci-fi at this point in my life. I don't think that's where my strengths would lie. I don't think I would go headlong into another heartbreak story because it's just, just did that. It takes a lot out of you.
Let's watch and listen what she says about physical communication.
I assume you want to make features.
I do now.
And would the plan be to write a script or get a script from somewhere else?
I would want to write it. It's so much easier for me to visualize how I would want to shoot something and how I would want to tell a story if I know exactly where it came from. And I know exactly why each line exists. And
me too, actually.
Yeah, I'm preaching to the converted.
Now there you have it. Let's wrap this up with something that you can truly use. Every day we've got choices. Connect with your heart. Talk with passion and purpose. And don't give up when things get tough. Watch as the world starts to change and transform in your favor. Together, we're not just dreaming, we're doing. Let's craft the quality of life that we truly deserve. Keep connecting and moving your energy differently. I'm Kerry Ruff. Thanks for tuning in. And if you enjoyed the video and you want more tips on connecting your product, service, or skills to the world, comment below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more valuable insights. And check out our free resources and join our vibrant community at kerryruff.com, your hub for connection and growth. See you there.